Hello again, everybody. It's Brianna with Bre'sBooks here to do my April 2015 wrap-up for you. This month I read a total of 6 books and started another one, which I'm pretty happy about. So let's get into it. The first book I read in the month of April was In the Time of the Dragon Moon by Janet Lee Carey. This is the third book in a companion series by her, the first one being Dragon's Keep and the second one being Dragon's Wood, which I have not read, but I heard that you could read them like out of order because the stories weren't like super related to each other. They were about the same world but different characters, so it was okay to read them out of order. So I did it because I got an arc for this that came out in March, and I read it and I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. If you liked Serafina, you would probably like this one as well. Kind of had that intrigue and political stuff and countries fighting and dragons. I believe I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read in April was Fringe Girl by Valerie Frankel. This is my lowest rating of the month. I didn't really like it. It had some good bits in it. But overall, I thought the characters were mostly just really immature, and the main character especially was super annoying to me. And even though this wasn't a very long book, it felt like forever. Like, it was just over 200 pages, and it was so hard for me to get through this all the way. I kept hoping it was going to get better, but it didn't really until like the very end. And so yeah, I only gave this 2 out of 5 stars, I believe. I didn't really like it. The next book I read was a reread for me because I've been trying to do at least one reread a month. And it was The Year of Secret Assignments by Jacqueline Moriarty, and I just love this. It is a really fun contemporary. I really like this. I'm glad I got to reread it. Next book I read this month in April was To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I finally picked this up and I'm so glad I did. I was a little bit let down, I feel like, with this book. I didn't love it as much as I was expecting to from all the hype, so it might have gotten like overhyped for me, but I still liked it, and I'm definitely going to be picking up the sequel to this duology because it obviously ended at an inconvenient time. I was just kind of expecting more from it. I don't really know what else I was looking for, but it was good. I think I still gave it 4 out of 5 stars, but it wasn't all that I was hoping for, I guess. This next one was definitely my favorite read of the month of April, and it was Magana by Maria Devana Headley. And oh my gosh, guys, this book was so fantastic. This is an art copy I got. This actually came out on April 15th of this month. It is a fantasy sci-fi kind of. Probably more fantasy. It's about a girl with that has this breathing disorder she's had her whole life. Just before she turns 16 or 18, I think, she starts to hear voices and birds talking to her and things coming from the sky, and she doesn't know what's happened, and it just goes on from there about her real destiny in her real life and everything, and it is phenomenal. I can't even tell. It is just, if you liked Daughter of Smoke and Bone or Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, I would highly recommend this especially. It has the really rich, beautiful, almost poetic writing style, and I couldn't put it down. I read this almost in one sitting. I just loved it. It was great. And 5 out of 5 stars, obviously, for me. So highly recommended, completely wonderful, and it wasn't super long either. I'm not sure if this is a standalone or a series. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a series because it kind of ended open-ended, but I loved it. It was so good. Next book I just finished the other day, and it is The Fire Within by Krista Lacey. I sort of buddy read this with Talia from Books and Stuff, but we kind of read it by ourselves and then talked about it after. We didn't really communicate with each other throughout the whole month while we were reading this, but we both gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay, kind of odd. This is a middle grade series. This is the first book in a middle grade series about dragons. But for me, it was just kind of oddly written, in my opinion. Like, didn't really focus on the dragons as much as I wanted. It was kind of more, this is like a contemporary that has dragons in it, so it is like our time and everything. But it was like, it had a lot about squirrels in it randomly, so that was kind of confusing, and I don't know, it was kind of a slow read for me. I just wasn't really feeling it, so I still liked it. It was pretty fun idea, but just wasn't all there for me, so I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The last one I started, but did not finish yet this month. This is still the last day in April as I'm filming this, so I might finish it today, but I don't think I will, but just in case. I'm reading Destined for Dune right now by Carrie Corp and Lori Langdon. This is the second book in the Dune trilogy. I read the first book like last year and I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to finally pick up the sequel, and the third book comes out in September of this year, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm like literally just a chapter into this, so I don't really know much about what's going on, but I am happy to be back in this world, in this series. I really enjoyed the first one, so this will be the first book I read in May. So these are all the books I read in the month of April. I hope you guys enjoyed this wrap up. I did enjoy the books I read this month. There was a good variety, some middle grade, some arcs, some rereads, and didn't love all of them, but I did enjoy most of them, and so I'm very excited to see what I get read next month. Be looking out for my May TBR video, which will be coming out soon as well. Also, I did want to mention, because I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in any of my videos, at least not recently, I do have links in the description for a Facebook page, Pinterest, books board, which I'm pretty proud of. There's like so many book pictures and stuff on there. I love it. As well as a Twitter link. Oh, as well as my Libib App username if you want to connect on that, as well as my Goodreads page. So lots of ways to keep in contact besides being on YouTube. If you're interested, I would love to know if you guys are on any of those other channels, social media things, and I would love to hear more from you. So let me know what you read this month or what your favorite book was. See you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.